Hey guys, it's Victoria. Welcome back to FemmeHead. Today I want to share some of the ways in which I stay motivated and productive, which is fitting because I've been fighting like a cold for a while now, and we all know that being sick is not conducive to getting stuff done. I'm no expert, nor am I perfect. I definitely have my off days where I get nothing done and I'm just like a blob. But I definitely feel like there are things that I've learned along the way and things that I could potentially share with you. Working for yourself has plenty of pros and cons, just like any other job, but staying productive is pretty important when it comes to paying the bills. So today, like I said, I want to share some of the things that I've learned over the past 3 years. Has it been 3 years? Yeah, over the past 3 years of FemmeHead. So in no particular order, let's get into it. Number one is to create a space for work. I think it's really important for everyone to have a separation between work and not work. When I started FemmeHead, I worked from our kitchen island, but that's the same place that I eat meals and do plenty of other non-work related tasks. I finally realized that I needed to create my own space at home just for work, and this started by creating really simple window desks that went in our living room and kind of overlooked the city, and it was really nice for that. I thought being able to see outside would be good for like inspiration and all that stuff, but I found it was a bit distracting and I would just end up watching families sometimes. And eventually that led to me creating an actual desk and an actual space, which is what you see behind me. Now I have a place where when I go here, I know, okay, it's time to work. Having a space that you only do work at is really helpful in training your mind to get into work mode, and I found that that is one of the most crucial things just for work in general. I wouldn't say just for working for yourself. I think for anyone, being able to get into the mindset of this is where I work is very important. Number two is to switch up the scenery. Even though I've created this beautiful space to work from, I still go through phases where I just have to get out of the house, I have to be around people, and I just have to be somewhere different for me to get my juices flowing. If I'm feeling a slump, I will pack up and either work from a coffee shop, the library, and I find that moving locations really helps jumpstart the motivation and productivity again. Number three is to keep your to-do list simple. I really try not to overcomplicate things or overwhelm myself with everything that I should be doing. I like to have different lists in different locations depending on their urgency. So in my bullet journal, I have like a master brain dump page, which is split into 4 sections, and this is where I will write down content ideas, to-dos, things I want to research, and then just general ideas. And from that list, I will create like a weekly to-do list of all the things that I want to accomplish that week. And then from that, each day I will choose 4 or 5 tasks that I want to complete that day, and I will just leave it at the 4 or 5 tasks. And then if I get through those tasks and they're completed and I still have time and energy and desire to keep on working, I will choose another task or 2 to start working on. Number 4 is to create deadlines. When you're in charge of your own schedule, it's very easy to get lulled into the I have plenty of time to do whatever I want like mindset, but it's so helpful and important to set deadlines for tasks that you're working on. I have a content calendar for everything that I put onto YouTube and my blog, and that tells me exactly what I'm gonna post and when I'm gonna post it. But I also find that it's very helpful to set deadlines for projects you're working on. If not, you can just work and fix and tweak it forever and ever and ever. So at a certain point where I feel like I'm getting close to where I want to be with a project, whether it's a new course or whatever it may be, I will set a launch date and I will announce it, and that really helps hold me accountable for getting stuff done. Number 5 is to have a morning routine. I absolutely love my mornings. I love getting my coffee or some sort of hot drink. When I wake up in the morning, I usually know whether I'm gonna be working from home that day or working from a coffee shop. Regardless, I will wake up, tidy up for about 15 minutes, get ready for the day, pack up or move to the desk, sit down with my coffee, and get going on the day. Having a morning routine is just another great way for me to help get myself into that mindset of like, okay, after I do these things, this is when I work. And I find it really does help. Number 6 is don't forget to eat or drink. It is so easy, especially when you're really focused in the zone, to just kind of forget to eat food or to drink water. But I find that if you're not properly fueled up or hydrated, that really is going to come through in your work, and you're going to lag and you're going to feel groggy and not that well, and it's really going to affect your productivity. Number 7 is to exercise and go outside. Throughout the spring, summer, and fall, I am great about getting outside, whether it's hiking, walking, running, bike riding, whatever it may be. I love being outside, and I can tell a difference between when I am getting outside and being active on a regular basis and when I'm kind of holed up at home in the winter. Number 8 is to find inspiration in other people's success. I think it is so easy for us to compare ourselves to other people we see around us or online, and we can find ourselves feeling like a failure and just really feeling jealous of what they've accomplished. But I always tell myself, and I tell other people, there's plenty of success to go around. Just because someone else is succeeding in their life doesn't mean since they are, therefore you can't. Get jazzed when you see good things happening to other people. And if you know this person, see if you can sit down with them and pick their brain about what they did to get to that point. But in the end, just remember to take everything you see online with a grain of salt, because we're all guilty of putting our best selves out there. Number 9 is to read books and keep up with current events. I almost always have a few books I'm reading at any given time. Mostly this is because I just love reading, I always have. But another part of it is because I've always gone towards books as a way to continue educating myself about something I'm interested in. Right now I'm reading 2 books, Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes and The Sleep Revolution by Arianna Huffington, and I recommend both of them. They're really great so far. It's really important to keep up with what's going on in the world for plenty of reasons that I'm not going to get into right now, but also because there's always going to be stuff that you see that gets you inspired or motivated for various reasons. Number 10 is to find like-minded people, even if that's online. And the thing is, you might never meet these people in person. I have connected with so many amazing people through the internet. If there's someone you like or someone you feel like you relate to, reach out to them. Granted, if it's someone like Emma Watson, you might not get a response, but you would be really surprised with how many people do respond back to you. Number 11 is to take advantage of your follicular and ovulatory phases. And yes, I am bringing the menstrual cycle into this. If you don't have one, I'm sorry, too bad for you. But if you do, take advantage of it. I always get such a burst of energy, inspiration, and motivation coming out of my period, and I always make sure to take full advantage of that. Number 12 is to work in smaller increments on your blech days. We all have days where we're off, and it is okay to not be on your A game 24/7. Make sure you're taking days off each week. For most people, this is the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, but if there is a Tuesday where I'm just really struggling, I will change how I approach work for that day. Because while there are plenty of times where I can just sit down and be super focused and just bust out work, there are the days where I have to set alarms to get tasks done, and there's nothing wrong with being like, okay, I just have to work for the next 45 minutes and then I can take a 15-minute break. Whatever that time increment is for you, it is okay to have to section it out. Finally, if all else fails, do something that scares you. This seems like a ridiculous piece of advice, but I promise if you're just really feeling in a slump, kind of down about yourself, I find that picking one thing that scares you and going for it and being able to tick that really big thing off your list, I find that is just a great way to reinvigorate yourself for the work that you are doing. I look back at, when I was creating a YouTube channel, and that was once my very scary task, and now it is second nature. And after that, it was creating a website, and after that, it was creating courses. It's really fun to look back at the things that once scared you. And I have come to realize that once I do them, I always look back and I'm like, oh, Victoria, that really wasn't that bad. What were you so scared about? But in the moment, I understand that fear, just like the trepidation of oh my God, am I doing, what am I doing? So that's what I have to share with you today. I know there's plenty of other stuff out there, and so I want to hear what your tips and tricks are for staying motivated and productive and inspired with work. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to FemmeHead for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!